What's up, people? It's your boy Leveled Head back with another video. This was supposed to be the Live and Level Gamers podcast, but my partner, Mr. L-Live08, wasn't able to make it. But we're going to do this video anyway because I want to introduce this guy. This is one of my partners from way back. This is K-Bomb20. He's going to be on the podcast with us when we record it later on this week because he wasn't able to get it in tonight. So what's up, K-Bomb?
Yo, what's up, Level?
Not much, man. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the show. I want to introduce you to all my subs, all my subscribers, and everything like that. So, K-Bomb is a Sony drone.
Come on, bro.
I'm playing. K-Bomb is a Sony fan. Now, when I say Sony fan, he's a real Sony fan. He's not a Sony fanboy, but he's a Sony fan, meaning we get it in, you know, talking about Nintendo, you know, I bring up Mario, he throw rocks at me, you know what I'm saying? I throw rocks at, you know, what's on Sony, and we just go back and forth. I always have been like that. But it's a pleasure for you to be on, you know what I'm saying, on the show. Well, I don't know if we can call it the show, but this little recording we're doing just to introduce you to YouTube and the community. But anyway, let me tell this story, man, about my partner here, K-Bomb20. Let me embarrass myself real quick. You don't mind, do you?
Go ahead, bro.
Alright, so when I first met K-Bomb in college, I thought I was a Tekken beast. I thought I was a beast at Tekken, and all the brothers used to meet up, you know what I'm saying, a fellowship, and build a rapport with each other because we was all in the ministry on campus. And K-Bomb, we happened to go to his dorm. Now, he got the PlayStation 2 hooked up. I think you was playing Madden at the time.
Probably.
Now, this dude is a beast at Madden, but so I saw Tekken. We popped in, another partner up there. We all got to playing Tekken. Now, I'm thinking, when my turn come around, I'm finna beast this dude. I'm finna show him what to do, like I always do, because I ain't really run into nobody that really gave me a challenge outside of my, you know, a few family members. But K-Bomb, he all quiet. He ain't talking. He ain't bragging. He ain't nothing. Cause most cats that can play Tekken, that's good at it. My other dude that's real good at Tekken, he brag. But K-Bomb not bragging. So I'm like, he must not be that good. So I get my not Maxi, but I get Law and, who I think it was Tekken Tag. I get Law and my other character, and he get who he get. I can't remember who you had. I can't remember.
Probably June and Jen. You know how we do it. Keep it in the family.
Okay. But, so I'm in here, man. And let's make a long story short. This dude handed me my tail. So that's how our relationship started. It wasn't great. You know, it ain't a good thing to get your butt whooped by somebody you just meeting, but you know what I'm saying, it built a good rapport. And I've been knowing this dude, it's been about 10, 11 years now. So this is my homie, my partner. This is a real dude. You know what I'm saying? A good dude. So welcome to YouTube, K-Bomb.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I'm happy to be here.
So, since we can't record the podcast, cause I don't want to do it without Mr. L Live, I'm just going to upload this on my channel. It's just something me and you did, you know.
Yeah.
You are a PlayStation fan.
Yes, sir.
So explain to me, what does it feel like, since, you know, I'm a Nintendo fan, what does it feel like to be a Sony fan?
Well, it feels pretty good right now, but if anybody remembers the beginning stages of the PS3, you know what I'm saying, one couldn't make that same statement, you know. Every website I would go to, every gaming website I went to, it was a common thing to just hate on the PS3. I mean, it was about $700. I mean, everybody couldn't have one. So if you didn't have one, then you hated about it because you couldn't afford to have one. So that was a big thing about it. And I fought through those years, you know. The funny story is about my whole PS3, you know, I had just graduated college pretty much. And, you know what I'm saying, I'm living with my mom. I just graduated. I'm living with my mom's. And mom's made the decision. You know, she told me if I ever went out and bought a PS3, you know, I might as well move out the house. You know, I'm in the house, ain't paying no rent. You know, she don't see no point of somebody in her house not paying rent, spending $600 for a system. But, you know, your boy didn't really care about that too much. So, I went out and got my system, and I told my mom, I'll be out in a little bit, but I gotta get this system though. But right now it feels good, man. The PS4, man, I'm loving it right now, man. I know we're gonna get more into that a little bit later, but as of right now, it feels real good to be a Sony fan.
So, K-Bomb, how can I persuade you to the brighter side of gaming? Nintendo. How can I do this?
Brighter side. It's gonna be pretty hard. You gotta get some third parties, man.
Third party.
I know all my Nintendo fans, man. You talk about you don't need third party, but when you're talking to somebody who doesn't care about Metroid Prime, doesn't care about a Mario, doesn't care about a Zelda. Last time I played Zelda, I was probably paying 40 cents for school lunches. So,
wait, hold up. You gonna do me like that? You know I can't let you slide with this stuff, man. You better, all right now.
I'm just saying, I can't do it. I can't do it, man.
Well, anyway, all right. Well, I won't try to persuade you, man. I'm fine with you being a Sony drone all day. I mean, Sony fan all day. But anyway, so that's a nice introduction. So this is K-Bomb20. Y'all be hearing him a lot more. I don't know if he's going to start his own channel or not, but you'll hear him on the podcast every now and again when he got some free time and want to jump on with me and Mr. L-Live08. Shouts out to Mr. L-Live08. But since I got K-Bomb on here, I felt like we could talk about the PlayStation 4. Now, we know that the Xbox One is actually about to be released.
A couple of hours. No.
An hour and 30.
Actually, 35 minutes in New York. 35 minutes.
Right, that's true. You about to go copy?
Man, I got a Xbox 360 collecting all kind of dust in my house right now. So I severely doubt if I'm going to pay an extra $100 more than my PS4 just to get an Xbox. I'm sorry. I don't need a DVR recorder. I need a game system. So.
Listen to him. Now,
I gotta throw my shots in. I feel
you. I ain't hating. I ain't hating. Get all the jazz. Get out. So anyway, you got the Xbox One coming out. Now, I ain't got a chance to. Have you played the Xbox One?
I went to the stores. No one had joysticks hooked up yet, so okay. I couldn't play it.
That's the same thing here. No joysticks hooked up. Did get a chance to play and fiddle around with the PlayStation 4. I made a quick video right there in Best Buy, but I didn't get a chance to really let the people who sub to me know what I really felt. Now, with you on here, I feel like I can have this conversation. So we're going to start off, how was your experience since you actually did purchase the PlayStation 4? How was your experience that night picking it up?
Man. Well, in order for me to tell this story, I'm going to have to front out a business of operation. Some might know him at the Blue Giant, but I call him Best Buy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big fan of giving GameStop all my money, so I decided to go ahead and pre-order at Best Buy. You know,
I'm right there with you. I don't too much go to GameStop no more.
So, I try to do my thing. I went ahead and pre-ordered. I pre-ordered back in like June when they said to go ahead and pre-order the system. So I had mine ready to go. And so, I go up to Best Buy. I go to give them my information. I went to stand in line, but they said if you had a pre-order, you can just walk on in the store before they can try to upsell you. So I walk in the store. I walk through the levels of trying to be upsell. So it's cool. I walk past. I get down to the actually checkout line. I'm about to check out, and they won't check me out until they see my pre-order ticket. I'm like, well, my name should be in the system. Why you gotta see my pre-order ticket? So I got to fondle through my wallet, go through my car. I finally, 5 minutes later, I find it in my wallet somewhere buried behind my credit cards. And so I give them my pre-order ticket. And so my man put the numbers in, he typed it in. And so he get ready to ring out, and it comes up and it says, I can't get the game. I'm like, what's up? They said, well, we need to see your wife's ID. I'm like, what you mean? Well, long story short, my silver membership to Best Buy is under my wife's name. So I'm sitting here at about 11:48, looking at this man in his face while he telling me I got to go bring my wife up here in order for me to get my PS4. And so I'm saying, so I have to go home and wake my wife out of her bed to come up here to get a game that I pre-ordered. So as you can see right there, I'm already not happy about it. So I just went ahead and kind of, I had to go to my wife with my head down, let her know I had to wake her up out of a good sleep and bring her on out. And we finally get going. We go and get the game system, and we get the paying for it, and then the register doesn't ring up right. We supposed to get 24 months, no interest. It pops up 6 months, no interest. My man go to call the bank closed, and so we got to call them back the next day to tell them to get about, whatever. Anyway.
Dang. That's
sorry too long, but we end up getting the game back home, and then, we hop on, that's a different story about the network, about Sony's network that first day. If any one of you guys had a PS4 that first day, that night, you know all about what was going on with Sony's network, so I don't got to get into much detail. You just want to know about the buying experience, so I ain't going to front my Sony out like that right now. But.
Well, I mean, since you brought it up, I was going there. You know I was. Now, okay, so you just gave your experience purchasing the console. Now, was you fearful? Now, right before the system was released for to the market and all that, they had a few that was early. Got a few early systems out, and they was having glitches and freezes and red lights of death and blue lights of death.
Blue lights, yeah.
Was you fearful of that? How was you nervous?
Nah, man, I ain't nervous. One thing, you got a whole year warranty from Sony, so that's one thing I'm not worrying about is any issues that first year. I'm more worried about year 2, year 3 when my warranty is all worn out. And I'm looking at them crazy when they said I got to pay another $200. So that's what I'm worried about. The first year, it's cool. I send it back. You give me another one. We keep rolling.
Okay. Well, let's talk about this online and what was going on. Like I said, I don't own a PlayStation 4 at this moment. Plan on getting it after it go through the initial phases of repairs. You know what I'm saying? I'll purchase it then. But what was going on with PSN? What was happening? What was the problem?
Well, my personal opinion is I don't think Sony really knew how much of a hit the PlayStation 4 was going to put on their PlayStation Network. I previously went to a website. I'm a sports gamer. I get mine in. I get, not Zelda, but I get my sports games in. And I go look Operation Sports. I look them up, and they had a little poll saying, what system would you recommend? To my surprise, 63% of the people, said they wanted the PS3. I was pretty surprised about that. I think about 18, 20 said the Xbox One, but about 63%. And that surprised me. And I think Sony was caught by surprise by how many people actually hit their network that night. And so you had, I didn't buy any physical games, all my games, I'm a PlayStation Plus member, so I got 2 free games, Download, Resogun, Contrast, and that was really big. A lot of people ain't talking about it, but it's a game called Warframe, which was on the PC beforehand.
Yeah, I know about that one. Yeah, I know about it.
Yeah, it's now on the PS4, so I was just I got 2 games coming from GameFly, so I ain't tripping about it. So I'm just expecting to go in there, download my Warframe, download my free games, and get the plan. Well, Sony didn't have that in mind for me. It took a while to get the stuff going. It took a while just to get connected to the network, and it's just too many issues, too many problems. You would expect something like that to be handled a little bit better, but, you know what I'm saying? You're going to do what you're going to do, sit on this end, looking at my TV. I don't think I actually played a game to about 240. Not including all the back and forth I had to do with Best Buy. That's a different story. But, actually didn't play a game to about 240. And while everything else was downloading in the background, because I didn't have an actual disc. People have discs. They can play their games. But me, I was stuck.
Oh, man. That would have made me, I would have been a little upset if I was in your shoes. Now, like I said, I got an opportunity so we can get into some of the features. What we're doing, all the subscribers, all the ones listening, since we wasn't able to record the podcast, we just having a discussion since, K-Bomb is a Sony man, I'm a Nintendo man. He kind of on the fence whether he gonna start his own channel or not. Just letting him kind of get his, set his foundation a little bit and introduce himself to my subscribers. Now, this is how I like to have conversations, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to be on the same side of the grass, you know what I'm saying? I can go play with his ball, he can come play with mine, and we cool, you know what I'm saying? No matter if it got Sony on the ball or Nintendo, we cool. So, and I got a pretty cool fan base and subscribers, man, that that are like myself, level-headed in how they think about stuff. So if you don't hear a lot of Nintendo in this recording, don't fret. Your boy ain't finna go Sony. I'm Nintendo, baby.
Not yet. I ain't done my job good enough yet. Not yet, guys.
You ain't go. The 10 years you ain't gonna. It ain't happened then. It ain't gonna happen now. But cause shoot, 3D Mario coming out tonight. I wish they was having an overnight release, but I have it tomorrow. So I'm gonna be 3D World out, man, for a good minute. I'm gonna close the cave door, the man cave door. I'm gonna have it on the 65-inch, the surround sound, and I'm gonna be Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Princess out. So anyway, I got an opportunity to play the PlayStation 4, man. Like I said, I did a quick video on it, but I want to go into detail. Now, let's start off with the controller. I'm going to let you give an opportunity to express your thoughts on the controller. Then I'm going to express mine. So I'm going to give you the floor. You let the audience know how you feel about the controller, being a Sony fan, and then me being a, Nintendo fan, but I like Sony too. I'll give you my impressions. So you go.
Man, you're going to make me look bad in front of all my Sony fans. Well, I'm going to be straight honest with your Sony fans, my Sony boys. I'm not a big fan of the joystick. I know I've heard a lot of people rave about how amazing the joystick is. I read several reviews of the PS4 and all the people in Joystick and Kotaku, and that's how you say it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's Kotaku.
And all the other websites, and they're talking about how much they love it and how it made Killzone feel wonderful. And so I went in with the mindset, I'm going to love this joystick. I get it in my hand. It got some nice weight to it. I do have to say it. I do like the weight. The little 6-axis thing felt like I was going to fly out of my hand. I thought it was terrible. The DualShock 3 was still much better. But on this controller, the PS4, so the feel was really nice. I like the grip, but, it feels real Xboxy, if I can use that phrase, with the R2, L2, they raised them up as more of like a trigger, like you would use for a first-person shooter. It feels more like that, the way your fingers rest on the L2 and R2 buttons. My biggest gripe is the analog sticks. It's hard playing. I'm playing 2K. I'm in the midst of playing 2K. It's hard to go from lightly walking to running. I've been unable to find that middle position where you're just lightly jogging. And even for Call of Duty, I'm aiming down the sights. I'm trying to go from this target to this target. Well, I hold over. I just shoot past the guy. So, I'm still trying to get used to it. I don't know if it's the joystick. I don't know if it's me. It may be me because everyone's saying they love the joystick. But your boy would rather put one of these DualShock 3s inside this PS4 and play it. That's just my opinion. It may not be the same as everybody else, but I'm just not feeling it right now. I'm taking some time to get used to it. I'm going to give it about a month. Let myself get used to the joystick. But if I had to give an opinion right now, I'm not feeling the joystick.
Okay, man, that is. Now, you are one of the, if not the only I've heard that didn't like it. Now, with me, I'm mixed. I saw some plus areas, and I saw some areas. Now, I'm not a fan of the DualShock 3. I'm not. I can't stand it.
I love it. Love it.
I can't stand it.
Best joystick ever.
No, heck
yes.
No, I can't give you that one.
You can write it, print it, rub it down. Oh no,
the best joystick ever.
You can put it on
gamepad. Period.
Wait. You mean iPad? Oh, my
You
bad.
call it.
My bad. My bad.
All right.
Sorry,
Okay.
Nintendo fans. I'm sorry. I can't hold my shots back. I'm sorry.
But anyway, this is my take on the controller, man. I like the size of it. It feels a little more natural to your hand. And I like that. I like the touchpad a little bit. I didn't know it moved. I didn't know that it swiveled and kind of clickable. Yeah. I did not like the analog sticks.
Same here.
I didn't like how they feel. I feel like they're too high. They're stiff. I like the stiffness. Actually, I wish the gamepad analog sticks had a little bit more resistance to them. But I don't know what it was. I don't like the grooves I don't like how the grooves feel in the analogs. I just wasn't feeling the analogs. Now they space good, but I don't know. It was something about it. I don't know if it's just that different feel, but it was something different about it. It do have an Xbox 360-ish feel to it. I give you that. It really does. But I don't know. I think it's better than the DualShock 3, but I wish they would have put the analog sticks of the DualShock on there just wider. I don't know what it is about the analog sticks, but it don't feel as natural as it should be. But outside of that, I don't think I like where the share buttons and all that is.
It's hard to press, man. I'm from
Right.
you, and I'll tell you from experience, the little share button is kind of hard to find up, and you usually click the little touchpad and then the share button or the option button. It was raised up a little bit more than easy to press.
Okay. I do like the shoulder buttons and the triggers. I like the triggers. I ain't gonna say I really fooled. I didn't fool with it long enough to really get a true feel, but the quick feel that I got for it, overall, I think it's a better controller than the DualShock 3, but it ain't as grand as, folks like Hip Hop Gamer and other cats that are Sony enthusiasts said. So that's my take on the controller. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great at the same time. It was kind of like they took the DualShock 3 and done what they probably should have been done to it. That's how I felt about it. But let's move on, man. Graphics. This is the big to do with the 8 gigs RAM, and the graphics is the draw for the PlayStation 4. So when you first turned on the system and you popped in the game, tell me what that was like.
Well, the first game, I actually got a chance to play it. Like I said, I had to download the games I was playing. So the first game I actually got a chance to play was Resogun. So I turned on the PS4. I play Resogun. It's a fun game. Not a system seller, but how many launch titles are system sellers except for, I guess, whatever we put out? Nintendo, those are probably the system sellers. But other than that, not too many launch titles are going to be considered system sellers. But Resogun is a fun game. It looks good. It's not anything spectacular, but it looks good. But I moved on from that to Warframe. And I had a buddy over my house that same day who has a Warframe actually on the PC. And he came to me. We watched the game. We played it. He told me how to do it. But his statement from it was, it looks the same as the PC version, which is good for me. That makes me feel good. The one game I was surprised to see was Ghost, Call of Duty Ghost. I actually caught myself saying, wow, when I first saw it, because I really wasn't expecting Ghost to look that much better than the PS3 version. I had seen some of the E3 and some of their, videos they shown, so I wasn't expecting it to look much better than the PS3 version. But I did catch myself saying, wow, it's clean. If you had a chance to play Ghost on the PS4, what you're going to see, that it looks very, very clean. Even the textures are very, very nice. I was fairly surprised on how well it looked to my eyes on the TV. And then the game I've been playing it with the most is NBA 2K. And I told your boy Levelhead months beforehand, before the PS4 even came out, that NBA 2K was going to have the best graphics out of any launch game, period. I've read reviews since it came out, since it received its reviews, and some of those guys are saying the same exact thing. As far as launch title comes, NBA 2K, if you don't play video games, give 2K a try. I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy yourself. The gameplay is wonderful. The graphics are off the chain. If you walk in, I'm telling you, you never thought it was a actual video game. You will mistake it for actual real life. They outdid themselves at 2K. They produce a very, 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 very attractive, I can call it sexy game. It looks good, and like I said, I think it's one of the best looking launch titles out there, possibly for any system.
Okay. Well, you showed the little bit you showed me via Skype. We did a little, video portion he showed me. I gotta give it to you. It do look good, But the games I played, I don't know if you played these games. I played FIFA. And
don't talk about anything that EA made, please. Lord have mercy.
I played FIFA and I played Knack.
Lord have mercy.
Now, have you played either one of those games, man?
I have failed to play FIFA. I'm not British. I'm sorry. Another shot there. No, I have not played FIFA, and I've played Knack, and yeah, I just leave it at that.
Well, let's not leave it there. Let's talk about. I want to talk about this game that certain individuals trying to act as if Knack is on Mario's level, which that's almost like blasphemy. But anyway, let's talk about it, man. Okay. The reviews gave it, what they give it, it's like a Metacritic right now is like at 54 or something like that.
That's a little bit too much.
Well, I don't look at reviews. This something, matter of fact, I got in today. It's been a lot going on today, people. A whole lot going on today. Twitter, YouTube, been some crazy stuff. Been a weird day. But anyway, I was going back and forth with Zaire. I don't know if you probably don't know Zaire, K-Bomb, but if you jump in and you're a Sony fan and you get the pumping, you'll find out who he is because he's an Xbox dude.
Okay.
Anyway, we was going back and forth, and it was a big group of us, hip hop gamers, Zaire, and some other cats, and the topic of, I'm always on keeping journalists honest. So when I go at these cats like hip hop and other folks, I'm always talking about them being journalists, learning how to step outside of their fandom and be balanced and fair with their critique, be balanced and fair with their points and their opinions, cause you are a journalist. What you say affect those who read and listen to you because you are a journalist. You have that platform, so you can't allow your fandom to affect your journalism. See what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
We got to talking about reviews, and I was talking to hip hop. Zaire made a statement about how he doesn't care about reviews. He was questioning me, and I was letting him know, well, I don't care about reviews either. But anyway, make a long story short, playing Knack and looking at the reviews, I gotta say, you say that they should be worse. I'm saying that I don't think they was fair. I don't think Knack, from what I played, is a bad game, but it definitely isn't great. You know what I'm saying? It's subpar. It's about a 6, like a 65. I give it that. I don't think it's a 54. I don't think it's garbage. It just ain't what they praised it and hyped it to be. Knack is a B-rate beat 'em up. That's basically what it is. It's cool if you like that. It's kind of throwbackish with an overhaul in graphics. It ain't no Mario. It ain't nowhere in the league of Mario. But it ain't no system seller either. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't, if you bought Knack, I don't think you would have a horrendous experience. That's what I got from the little bit that I played. There was some impressive graphical elements, like when he turned to glass and run through the corridors and run through the lights. It's got a lot of redundance to it, but can't lie, it looked good. So I don't know how much you played a Knack, but my take was, I think the reviewers was being a little bit, a little overboard on the review. That's me.
I'm gonna lose my Sony fan base if I continue to talk about Knack. So let's move to the next topic.
Okay. But see, I understand you not like, cause Knack to me, Knack don't fit Sony. Knack fits, it don't really fit it don't fit what Sony tries to put out there. You know what I'm saying? It don't really fit. I think it need that Nintendo touch. That's what I say. I'll leave it alone.
It probably would have been praised better if it was a Nintendo title, but I'm just, from a person, I mean, I can't play a game. You know, when you look at other games like Crash Bandicoot, you look at Ratchet and Clank, when you look at the diversity of things you can do on those Sony titles, I mean, it's mind blowing what you can do in those games. And looking at the 3-hit combo, the jump, attack, move. I mean, that's pretty much all you have with Knack. I mean, you don't get the variety, you don't get the change of gameplay. You get the same kind of enemy that just stand there for you to bounce on them. You know, that's
what I noticed. It was repetitive. Now, when you brought up what's that one?
Crash and Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank. See, to me, I'm not a big fan of Ratchet and Clank. To me, I don't, the guns and all the, I don't know. I ain't a big fan of Ratchet and Clank, and that's probably blasphemy to some Sony fans and maybe even some Nintendo fans, because I know there's a few that like Ratchet and Clank, but I never could get into Ratchet and Clank, but, Knack seemed like it needed somebody with more creativity, with more ideas. Like it's like, okay, we're going to make this game, we're going to pump it up, we're going to hype it up to be this new level, this Pixar, and they just pushed the graphics, but they didn't deal with the game. And that's what it seemed like it got lost. Its identity got lost in trying to be a graphical showpiece and not a full-fledged balanced game. But it wasn't bad. So that was my take anyway. But let me see. You said Resogun. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about that game. I've been seeing a lot of videos pop up on YouTube. So is this game pretty cool?
If you like 2D shooters, if you played 2D shooters, any 2Ds, you have to play this game. It is downright fun. I had to restrict myself from playing this game because it was about 6 o'clock in the morning. Granted, it was on the game I had downloaded at that point in time, but I did enjoy myself while I was playing it. So it deserves every praise, especially being a free game. That's the biggest thing. I guess you can't really call it that much of a free game. You got to pay the $50, but outside of that, that's still more value you get from some of the other previous pay to play online systems. But for a free game, it's excellent.
Okay.
Even for a $14 game, you'll get your money's worth.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, we're getting down to the last question before we get out of here for this one. Like I said, this is just an introduction for K-Bomb20 to YouTube. We wasn't supposed to even go this long, you know what I'm saying? But we've been flowing. So, last question, K-Bomb. Now, I asked you this, and you kind of didn't want to go here, but we gonna go here. Would you recommend the purchase of the PlayStation 4 at this time?
All right. Well, I'm going to be first and most off, I'm a realist. I am a Sony fan. I do love Sony. I like what they do. better than most of the other companies. But I have to be a realist first. I will recommend the PS4 if you want to play. If you like Killzone, please get the PS4. If you want to see Assassin's Creed and better graphics, please get a PS4. If you want to play Call of Duty Ghosts with much better graphics, please get the PS4. But understand as of right now, because my thing is I still think the PS4 is going to be the best system. I think it's going to outdo Xbox for its lifespan. I think it has more potential. I think it has more bandwidth to last a little bit longer. But as of right now, and that goes for pretty much any of the next-gen systems, not just Sony. If you're not really a hardcore gamer, you don't need it right now. There's still plenty of good games on the PS3 that you can play. GTA is still a humongous game. Call of Duty Ghosts is my opinion, maybe better on the PS3. The graphic-wise is not as good, but gameplay-wise, I think it's a little bit better. So if you're not a Sony fan, if you don't have the $400 to spend, you can wait until spring of next year, and that's when you want to get your Infamous. They just had a trailer for the new. What is that game?
If you say Uncharted, I'm gonna reach through this mic and try to get it.
I wasn't gonna say. Well, I was gonna say that last, but Left 4 Dead. What is that? The zombie game just came out. The Uncharted people did. The Last of Us. Yeah, they're coming out with a new Last of Us that's coming on the PS4. So if you can wait till March, if you can't find any systems until about February, you're not gonna miss anything. Except for maybe, Killzone as of right now, and some of the other better graphics, or even NBA 2K. Like I said, when you see those graphics, you're going to be excited. But if you're not a hardcore guy, if you're more of a casual, you're 7, you're 10. I don't think it's a necessity for the PS4, but I do want to get on some real quick, some of the features that I think makes the PS4 stand out. The share feature is downright more fun than what I expected it to be. The broadcast, being able to broadcast your gameplay, since I couldn't play when my games were being downloaded, I found myself just watching other people play, and I didn't know how exciting it was. I was unaware of how excited I was just watching other people play video games. But the broadcast is I think it's very useful. I think it's fun. It's very easy to do, to just broadcast your gameplay and voice over it. So I do have to give them credit for that. I do have to give them credit for how sexy the system looks. It looks great. It plays great when it's working. That's the network per se. I do love the fact that when you download a game, it downloads itself in the background, so you can be playing the game. It's not like the regular PS3 when you have to leave out the game, press the install button, wait for it to install. You can be playing a game online, it's downloading in the background, it's installing in the background, and you continue to play, and you leave out that game, you go play the game you just download. I think that is by far makes these next-gen systems worth buying. The ease of use, and it doesn't interrupt your gameplay. I didn't find anything really that interrupt me from enjoying and playing my games. So for hardcore gamers, please go to get a PS4 right now. If you can find it, buy it off the shelf. If you're more casual, you got time. But still, get a PS4. Don't touch the Xbox.
Get a Wii U. Anyway, no. I'm gonna be real with you, K-Bomb, man. You need to get a Wii U. I think you, I know you say you don't like the IPs. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, you will fall in love. Matter of fact, today, I'm ending on this.
All right.
Dude on Twitter. I don't remember his name. He just subbed to me. He was talking to Torrance Davis, which is pretty big, I ain't gonna say he's huge, but he known in the gaming, around gaming,
right.
He got a name, and he was talking about how he just bought the PlayStation 4, and, he said, I just went and bought, he bought the PlayStation 4, then a few days later, he went and bought the Wii U. Alright? And he said, you know what? This is crazy. And he said, it's shocking to me. But he said, I'm having way more fun with the Wii U. So I retweeted it. And he began to follow me, and we started having conversations back. And he said, man, I don't know what it is. He said, everything that I'm expecting from the PlayStation 4, I'm getting. I love it. I love it. But he's like, man, it's just crazy. This Wii U right now is that deal. Now, I know you're a huge Sony fan, and like I said, but if listen to your boy, man, you might want to try out the Wii U. I'm just saying, I'm leaving it at that. I'm not gonna say, you might want to try it out.
We had the discussion, man. We had a discussion about, I enjoy the, I forgot the name of that game with the D-pad and you're jumping around and you're grabbing little things and you got 4 players at one time and you're flicking around the gamepad and you're manipulating the game board.
You're talking about Rayman Legend.
Rayman Legend. I was at Best Buy. I enjoyed the crap out of that game. But how many more games on the Wii U will I enjoy? That's the big question. If the third parties are not there, I'm not there. If they give me a GIMP version of it, well, I'll play it on the PS4. That's pretty much how I stand. I got to get something that's going to convince me. And
it's coming.
It has to be other than Mario. Maybe another first party other than a Mario. Because I feel you.
It's coming. Feel you. It's K-Bomb. It's
yes, sir.
coming.
All right.
I already see it. I can't wait till next year. I think I just convinced him to do what I'm going to do. He's going to get a Wii U later next year, and I'm getting a PS4. But anyway.
Don't put your money on it.
I'm putting my money on it, man. I'm throwing them like you threw them $2 on that play. Anyway, this is your boy, Leveled Head, signing out with my boy, K-Bomb20.
Yo, what up?
Got anything else you want to say before we bounce out?
Yeah, I do want to say I enjoy myself. Thank you for having me, brother. I've been waiting to talk to the community. If you guys enjoy yourself and you guys enjoy me on the podcast, please leave the comments. If you didn't enjoy me, please leave your comments. I had fun. I enjoyed myself. I hope I can get invited back later for some more reviews. And like I said, the people, I'm very honest. I love Sony, but I'm going to be very honest with them. And if I don't like it, I'm going to let you know. If I love it, I'm going to let you know.
Well, I'm always going to call on you when I need a view into Sony, not from my perspective, because, I'm a little biased to Nintendo. I'm a lot biased. Let's just be real. But that's why I bring people like K-Bomb and, Hip Hop Gamer. And I'm going to try to find a Xbox guy. I need to find an Xbox, somebody that's, real Xbox, but that's respectable and controllable. They ain't gonna get on here and be dropping F-bombs every 2 seconds. I gotta filter through them cats and find somebody like myself, like you, like Live, that's, more Microsoft driven, that we can have some real, informative conversations.
That's going to get real.
That's going to be real. So I'm still looking, folks. So if you know somebody out there that's respectable, that, know how to respect folks and know how to talk proper, when Active Gamer Life, I know he don't normally operate like that on his own podcast, but when he came on our podcast, he showed me some respect. He ain't have to, I ain't even tell him to, but he showed me in live respect, and I respect that, So if I could find a Sony, a Microsoft guy like that, I want to get us all in one big podcast every now and again, man. Just go at it. You know what I'm saying? No holds barred. So, but anyway, K-Bomb, appreciate it. Look forward to doing this again. This is your boy Live. I mean, not Live, because Live couldn't make it this one, but your boy Leveled Head signing out. This was Leveled Head and supposed to be Live, but Live ain't here. But this was supposed to be the podcast recording, but we're going to do that Sunday. And we're going to have K-Bomb back, hopefully, for that one as well. But anyway, deuces!